Welcome to this month's Nittany News. I'm Catherine Perry.
And I'm Barry Greb, as it was another huge year for Penn State Thon. The year-long student fundraising event brought in $13 million for pediatric cancer research and treatments. Students danced for 46 straight hours at the Bryce Jordan Center in front of cheering family and friends.
Penn State Lehigh Valley held a pep rally for our Thon dancers. The Nittany line helped send off students Austin Bacardi, Amanda McGee, and Janelle Palencia. Our Nittany News reporter, Dave D'Imperio, caught up with the three to find out what Thon means to them.
It's for the kids, and to me, it means giving those kids a second chance at a normal childhood.
It's, to me, like a warrior call. It's a fight. It's something to help others with.
Freshman year, I thought that the people that were dancers and wanted to be dancers were probably crazy because, like, who wants to stand for 46 hours? But then, again, after seeing everything and knowing it's for the kids and knowing that what you're doing is making a difference, just makes you want to be involved even more.
Those three must still be tired. I know I get tired after 1 hour Zumba class here at Penn State.
They're going to need a break. It's a good thing spring break is right around the corner.
Our Nittany News reporter, Kyle McCoach, wanted to know where are you going for spring break in this month's Ask the Lion segment.
With March right around the corner, are you doing anything exciting for spring break?
Well, I'm thinking to go to Utah to visit my sister. I might fly over there, just hang out. I haven't seen my family in a while, so I'm looking forward to that.
You think it's overrated how the media paints spring break as just college kids partying too much?
Yes, I believe it is overrated because not all college students actually party and drink. They actually spend time with their family.
So it's pretty cold outside. Don't you wish that spring break was more in April, May-ish, where it's a lot warmer?
I don't really care too much. I'm going down to South Carolina anyway. That's where my grandparents live. But at the same time, I mean, I'd like to see some warm weather sooner or later just because it's spring semester.
So if you can go anywhere for spring break, anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I would probably go to Germany. I took German whenever I was in high school, and it was a lot of fun. And my high school teacher actually showed us a ton of videos of him over in Germany, and it looked awesome.
Coming up on the Nittany News, our women's hoops team had an amazing season, and they're just getting started.
Plus, a student here on campus with super power taste buds meet our student spotlight when the Nittany News returns.
Ever been called picky for not liking a certain food or taste, Catherine?
I don't think so, Barry. I eat pretty much anything, but we have a student on campus with a very interesting sense of taste. Nittany News reporter Joy Hanna introduces us to our student spotlight.
Have you ever heard of a super taster? Well, Penn State Lehigh Valley freshman Nittany Orguayo is one. So what exactly is a super taster?
A super taster is basically caused by a certain gene. Only 25% of Americans have it, and the way that I found out was we did a PTC testing, which is basically a little piece of paper that once you put it on your tongue, certain people can't taste it, but if you can, it's really very bitter.
Nittany sat down for a little taste testing experiment, tasting foods like grapes, grapefruit, and dark chocolate. She says sometimes her taste buds react differently to certain foods.
Pretty sour. It depends on how you chew your food also. If you push it to the sides of your tongue, that's where your sour taste buds are. Oh, yeah. Your bitter taste buds are actually in the back of your tongue. On the sides are your sour ones, and on the back is the bitter. In comparison to the grapefruit, it makes it taste sweeter.
Not only is Nittany a super taster, but she's also a super singer. She says she's been singing ever since she could talk.
I've always wanted to experiment, and I think that the voice would be a good experiment to go on and actually try. And if it works out, then it works out. But if it doesn't, then okay, I gave it a shot.
Remember the next time you eat a piece of dark chocolate? Really think about how it tastes. Would Nittany like it? This is Joy Hanna with this month's Student Spotlight, Nittany News.
Wow, Nittany does have an interesting talent. Now moving on to sports. It was a heart-wrenching loss for our women's basketball team after advancing to the playoffs, but but they lost to Penn State Beaver. But the players and coaches know they have a strong team returning and are really looking forward to the next season.
Let's turn things over to our Nittany News sports team, Ashley Gordon and Brooke Mellinger.
Thanks, guys. It was an exciting season for our women's basketball team.
In only its second year on campus, the team finished 11-3 in the conference and beating 2 #1 teams along the way.
New women's head coach Lori Khalil says she's blessed for inheriting a great group of girls this season.
So much heart, and they dedicate and they commit and they do it together as a team, and they've overcome so much adversity throughout the season, which is a great feeling. You know, we ask them not for perfection but for progress.
Men's head coach Anthony Ross says he's also proud of his team for making the playoffs this season, but it's not just our student athletes' performance on the court that makes Penn State Lehigh Valley so proud.
I had a high priority when I got involved here to make sure that we not only performed on the courts and on the fields, but we also performed in the classroom. And from my perspective, the greatest accomplishment we've achieved so far has been the outstanding performance of our students.
That's a look at sports. We'll see you on next month's edition of Nittany News. I'm Ashley Gordon.
And I'm Brooke Mellinger.
Still to come on the Nittany News, what is Uzo cooking up in the kitchen this month?
I'll give you a hint. It's delicious. Find out when the Nittany News continues.
In this month's Nittany Nom Nom, Chef Uzo gets back in the kitchen.
But I think he has some help this time. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Nittany Num Nums. I'm your faithful host, Uzama Achalanu, and today we're cooking an excellent Middle Eastern dish, chicken shawarma. And this wonderful Middle Eastern dish, I'm gonna need a little bit of help, so I invited a personal friend of mine. If you would please come in and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Momina Huck, and I'm a student at Penn State Lehigh Valley, and chicken shawarma is one of my favorite dishes. My parents make it, I get it back home, back in the old country.
All right, let's dive right in. First thing we're gonna do is slice the chicken breast into 5 to 6 pieces.
But before we do that, I think we should wash it. Do you think that's a good plan? I think it is.
I've never done that before, but okay.
All right, let's do this.
All right. Okay, so we just finished washing the chicken.
Vigorously.
Of course. All right, it's important. Don't forget it. I made that mistake once. I won't make it again. All right, my friends. Now, she's gonna start cutting up that chicken. I'm gonna prepare the excellent sauce. All right. We need some EVO. Oh, we need just a 1/4 cup of this. Nice. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Spanish, guys. All right, here we are. Done deal. That's game. All right, here we go.
We can always put more salt in later, so we're good.
But if we do this right the first time, then we won't have to do it again. So we've added the allspice, we've added the garlic powder, we've added the paprika, we've added the cumin. Now we have to add the red pepper. We only need a pinch. So we're just gonna get 1 pinch. And that's all you need. Just enough. That's glorious. All right. So now we got the sauce made, we got the meat cut. What do we do next?
Now we're gonna evenly spread the marinade on the chicken, and you're going to just go ahead and get dirty and marinate the whole thing.
Like frosting on a toaster strudel. We are straight. Here we go. So now that the meat is finished marinating, what do we have to do next?
We're gonna cook it on a stovetop with a skillet.
Like a scrambled egg?
Kind of.
Do you have to squeeze it down?
Not yet. Because the thing is, Uzo, you have to get both sides, but it's at low heat. And then the outside won't burn, but the inside will cook.
Ah.
I know how to cook. Shawarma is known as a street food, so we're not going to eat it on plates. I know, awesome, no dishes. But it's primarily wrapped in foil. So I'm just going to get some foil and wrap it for you guys, and it's going to be awesome.
All right.
There it is. There's a shawarma made, ready to eat automatically. How great is that? So convenient. Awesome. There you go.
Thank you.
I will prepare yours next.
So, what do you think?
Really good. You guys did a great job.
For more recipes like this one from students, staff, and faculty around campus, check this one out. This is the Roaring Recipes book. You can pick this up at the Penn State bookstore. Now for Nittany Num Nums, my name's Uzam Nachalanu. I'll see you next time.
I'm kind of disappointed they didn't save any for us, Barry. Coming up, an old favorite returns to the Nittany News.
Office cribs when we come back.
He's the head librarian here on campus, but did you know that Dennis Phillips was also a star tennis player? And wait till you see his office.
Our Nittany News reporter Jen James takes us on a tour in this month's Office Cribs.
Welcome to my crib. When you've been here for 30 years, you have an opportunity to collect a lot of items. Some of my favorite books in here, of course, are the books that I've written on tennis and golfing. I've got a little pocket edition of the Constitution, if you'd like to digest that. This is Madison, some trophies. I've got my garage. And what's really neat about this is when I have students come in who are doing their research and they need some advice, I can go onto my laptop, perform a search for them, show them what to do, and I turn my monitor in their direction while they're sitting in the chairs, and voila. That's pretty much my crib. I hope you enjoyed it.
That's it for this month's Nittany News. Start following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat.
And who knows, maybe you'll see yourself on TV. We'll see you guys next month.